Welcome to another episode of Coach Hates Football. Coaches, if you're interested in five-man protection and how to keep your quarterback from being on the ground, stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, coaches, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about five-man protection and what all that entails, and maybe just a couple of different ways to do it based on some defensive pressures and blitz packages that they may put together. But before we get started, let's talk about some of the rules that go into that and the things, the process and what leads to five-man protection prior to the snap. All right. First thing we want to do is when our quarterback breaks the huddle, right? And again, I put a lot on my quarterback because one, he wants to play quarterback, but two, he's the brains of the operation, and you know, the biggest thing about protection is protecting him, right? So who can protect you better than you? Nobody. So you need to make sure all of the parts and people are in place in order for you to be protected. So with all that being said, when we break our huddle, first thing, we get everybody to the line, everybody's set up, receivers are set up, O-line, so forth. Quarterback, first thing he's going to do is make a box call. Now on that box call, what he does is he lets the offensive line know that it's an even or odd front. And he's also going to let them know how many people are in the box. So for example, if there are 4 down linemen and 1 linebacker in the box, he's going to say even 5, meaning there's an even front and there's 5 people in the box. And the reason that's important is because now when they hear even, the offensive line knows what type of protection to use. So that way we don't have to call it in the huddle, all right? And then also, if it's 3 down linemen, and let's say 2 linebackers standing up, he'll say odd 5. So odd 5 tells our offensive line, look, this is how we're going to block odd protection, all right, or protect against an odd defensive front, all right? So that's number 1. Second thing he's going to do is identify who the potential threats are going to be, whether it be a Mike linebacker or inside linebacker or an outside linebacker. We identify those guys by using the term Mike for a middle pressure and Oscar for an outside pressure. So you'll see, and I'm going to go through all this here in a second. So when he comes up, he lets them know, even 5, even 5. 54 is the Mike, 54 is the Mike, okay? And again, it doesn't always have to mean he's the actual Mike backer. That's just letting you know that there's a middle pressure from a linebacker standpoint, a potential pressure, and he wants the offensive line to pick that up, okay? He could also say, you know, odd 5, 23 is the Oscar, 23 is the Oscar, meaning that 23 is the outside guy bringing outside pressure or potential pressure. So then that way the offensive line knows how to protect against that, okay? So, and then lastly, the center will make those protection calls and based on the different things that we do. All right, so let's jump straight into it. So first we're going to start off right here. I'm going to just put up a line, okay? All right. So when our quarterback comes out, all right, we already said the very first thing he does, he counts the box. He sees 4 down linemen, one there. What is he calling? He's calling it even 5, okay? So we hear even 5, we know we're playing what kind of protection? Mom protection. Now what is mom protection? Mom protection is man on man, all right? It's a little different than ball protection, which is big on big, back on backwards. Mom protection means that they know that it's only those 5, it's man on man, there's no other help coming, okay? So why is that? Because we know that this back is out in the route, all right? So when he says even 5, the center's yelling out mom, 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 all right? Then he's going to identify who he wants the O-line to protect. Who's the 5th person they want to protect. And then he's going to say, right here, he'll say 54 is the Mike. 54 is the Mike. Now, the line can make the adjustments and they can turn the calls. So how they're going to do that is the tackle will take care of the end. This tackle will take care of that adjuster. All right. This guard will take care of the 3 technique. And now here's where our double read comes in. The center and guard will now work their way in eyeballing the Mike backer because that's who he identified the quarterback did. Now, this guy that may be standing out here may be our Sam, And so the quarterback knows that he has to take care of him with the throw. Okay? Always remember this, and I'm going to write this right here. In this protection, we can handle, right? We can handle 5. We can also handle a +1. But we cannot handle +2. What does that mean? We can handle these right here with our protection. Okay? But we can't handle an extra guy coming, because why? Now the quarterback takes away the +1, but who's left to take care of +2? Nobody. So either he has to change that protection, or he has to audible out the play, or whatever the case may be, because there's no time. All right? Now let's bring it to another situation here. Let's talk about right here. Let's go into, let's say they're bringing a pressure here, right? So now let's say here we're going to go, I'll do it the other way, so sometimes it doesn't always look the same. Okay? We got the Mike here, and now let's just say the Will walks up on the ball. Okay? What is our quarterback saying right now? Our quarterback is saying right now, even 6. Even 6. Okay? Still going to take care of that with mom protection. Why? Because we know it's 5 men. All right? This guy is out on the route. He can't help us. But the identification of the Mike is totally different. So now it's not the actual Mike. We're going to the quarterback should be changing this to now Oscar. He should be saying 23 is the Oscar. 23 is the Oscar. So what is that telling the offensive line? That we need to now fan that. And so now this guy, the Mike backer, will be on the quarterback. All right? So what happens now is he will take care of the wheel. He will take care of the adjuster. The center will take care of the nose. And then they'll man it up backside. And the quarterback is now responsible for the Mike backer on any hot blitzes or anything like that. Okay? And remember, I said we can always take care of what? An additional guy. Okay? So we can take care of 6, but we can't take care of 7. How many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. All right? If another guy comes up, let's just say another guy comes into the box, the whatever he comes in, we're in trouble. We can't protect that. All right? So that's just something that the quarterback has to be aware of. All right? Let's get into blocking this against an odd front. So we already know when the quarterback breaks the huddle and everybody gets settled. All right? What happens? He has to identify the amount of people that are in the box. Who are his potential threats? All right? So right now, looking in that box, who is his potential threat that's based on this box? Okay? Are those 5 guys. So with those 5 guys, he knows right now, what should he be saying? We know he's going out in the route, so he doesn't count. What should he be saying? He should be saying right now, odd 5. And we block that with mom protection. Okay? Man on man. Next, what does he do? He needs to make sure that he identifies the Mike. Why does he identify the Mike? Just because he wants to make sure the offensive line has their rules in place. All right? Nothing changes. Okay? So let's just say, for example, he identifies right here, 51 is the Mike. Number 51 is the Mike. All right? So what they do, same rules apply. Okay? He can power step just to check for him. You know that they're double reading this guy and working there to 51. He can power step as well in case he does a stunt, but he knows his primary deal is the Mike backer. Okay? If Mike doesn't come, find some work. Help out. If you see your man getting whooped over here, help him out. If you see him getting beat up over there, help him out. But his primary deal is to check this guy right here. And these are the hot routes for them. Okay? Why? Because it's 5 on 5. We can take care of that. All right? So his hot reads are the same with the wheel. All right? So there we are when it comes to our protection. Let's check it out now where we're gonna look at something a little different where maybe a guy walks up on the line of scrimmage. All right, so now we got it now. We're gonna give it a different look. Quarterback walks out the huddle. All right, he gets everybody set. But now a Will walks up on the line of scrimmage. How do we take care of that? All right, a Will walks up on the line of scrimmage. And again, what's our rule? We can handle a +1, cannot handle a +2. So right now, Mike walks up, is odd 5. All right? But guy walks up on the line of scrimmage late, so he walks in late. Okay? He lets them know, offensive line. All right? Who is the what? Oscar. So he's right now Oscar, number 23, Oscar. So now, for this purposes, when we start getting slide protection in, and you can name it whatever you want, I'm just going to call left and right at this point, okay? And the only reason I'm calling left and right at this point is just simply because you can come up with Lou and Ray, Razor, Lightning, however you want to do it, that's up to you. And I got a video on about categorizing plays and the best way to do that, so that way kids can have a better understanding. So anyway, he's making this call right now. He's making a call right now into this, which is a right call. All right. So now he knows that he's going out to the wheel. He's going out to the end. Okay. He has to take him over his face. He can stay here if he chooses. He stays here. He's got the mic and there. And so now his hot is this guy right here, which I just call him the killer or the joker, however you want to do it in a 3-4 look. And again, he doesn't count because he's in a route. All right. So remember, he walks out. What does he see? He sees an odd 5. Right. Guy walks up late. He has to make a call. That call, Oscar, is 23. That lets him know it's an outside pressure. All right, potential outside pressure. So that tells the offensive line they need to change from mom, all right, to the outside stuff, to Oscar, which is right and left. And again, you can name that whatever you choose to. All right, coaches. So now we talked about our 5-man protection. Again, if there are any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you are notified of our newest content. And I appreciate the support here at Coach Hayes Football. You know, guys, the coronavirus is out there, so please make sure you be safe. Make sure you protect yourself. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. You know, and trying to stay away from people because I know it gets a little crazy out here, man. Especially if somebody happens to cough in your presence, boy, you're ready to take off, and I get it. But with all that being said, I appreciate the support. Thank you guys very much. And see you at the 50-yard line.